Help me understand what's going on with Baltimore with Greg Roman stepping down. I don't know if that means you're fired, you part ways mutually, but what's this mean for Lamar Jackson's future there?
I don't know. It means a whole lot on Lamar Jackson's future
Okay.
because that contract situation is so complicated, Dan. I do think it shows a sign that it is a sign that they want to push their offense forward. And where Greg Roman, I think, did a lot in building the right sort of offense for Lamar Jackson coming out of college. The same way he built an offense for Colin Kaepernick in San Francisco. I think now the feeling is we need to move the passing game to another level. And, that is probably what necessitated some staff changes. And so, look, it's not all Greg's fault. Like, they lose Rashad Bateman for the year, who's shown a ton of promise as their first round pick from 2021. And the cupboard certainly wasn't full at receiver with Hollywood Brown having been traded before the season too. So look, I don't think it's all on Greg, but I do think it's an acknowledgement that they have to push the offense forward, which I think would appeal to Lamar. But again, like the contract situation itself is so complicated that I don't see that this solves or ruins anything, if that makes sense.
But if Lamar Jackson said, here's the deal, $230 million guaranteed, and I'm going to sign this contract.
Yeah.
Can it be that simple?
Sure. The Ravens aren't doing that right now. You know what I mean? I think the divide here is what you think it is, which is the Ravens are willing to go to the top of the quarterback market, but they want to do it on a more traditional quarterback contract, whereas Lamar wants a fully guaranteed deal. And look, it's really easy to understand from Lamar's perspective. If you think about it, he's just put his body on the line for 5 years in an unprecedented way for a quarterback. And if you're him and you've gone through that and you finished the last 2 years injured, if your team says, well, we want you to mitigate our injury risk 3 years from now by making the last couple of years of a new deal non-guaranteed, what are you going to say to him? You're probably going to look at him sideways, So, at the same time, you can understand why the Ravens would want to mitigate their risk because his first 3 years in the league, you can look at Lamar and say it's risky to play him that way, but he wasn't getting hurt. Now he is getting hurt. He's finished the last 2 years injured. So because of that and all of that, it's, a complicated situation. And I don't know that there's an easy fix here. I do think there's going to be a tell, though. When we get to that period where the franchise tags are issued, which is the end of February, beginning of March, right around the combine, the Ravens are going to have to make a decision on whether or not to put the non-exclusive tag on them or the exclusive tag. Exclusive tag is going to cost about $45 million. The non-exclusive tag is about $30 million. They put the exclusive tag on them at that higher number, they're effectively taking him off the market. So no one else can talk to him. And at that point, it behooves them to get a long-term deal done because they want to lower that cap number. If they put the non-exclusive tag on him, things get a lot more interesting because then other teams can't, it's not just that other teams can talk to him. Other teams at that point can sign him to an offer sheet and have him for 2 first-round picks. So I think that's the next real checkpoint in this whole saga.